on October 7th, we no, just like everybody else, we had no idea what was happening. But we've lived in Gaza long enough and witnessed enough wars to know, sort of, get a feel for the magnitude of danger and risk, maybe, that is at hand. In the second few hours when we woke up in the morning, and there was a lot of contradictory news, and as the pictures emerged and what has happened on the opposite side of the fence, and the Hamas attack on the kibbutzes around Gaza, and that was confirmed. That's when we realized, okay, this is going to be a major event. While I was still living in Gaza, my parents' house, which no longer stands, is in northern Gaza, in Jabalia camp, as Wafaa mentioned. And I remember at some point in the early 2000s, there was a ground invasion. Prior to the wars transitioning in the late 2000s and on to just being an airstrike only or air attacks only on Gaza. And I remember crawling on our kitchen floor with both my parents, with fire shots from tanks right above our heads flying into our house, because the tank is only about 50 feet or 100 feet from our house. So we've seen that. I think the shocking part is that it never becomes normal. When we woke up that morning at around 6:30 in the morning, we could hear, I woke up before Wafaa because I could hear rockets launching. And Wafaa was like, oh my God, is this an airstrike? And I said, no, I think these are rockets fired from Gaza into Israel. So you could at least not feel safe, but just know that it's going the opposite direction, right? So take a breath. Every morning would wake up and you could see...
It's black.
Yeah, you could see your hands are black. You clean your nose and...
I used to wake up in the middle of the night just to wipe Yousef's face and his nose. And he used to come and show me his hands and asking me what's going on. I used I don't know what to tell him. I don't know. I used just to wipe it down without just telling him anything.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to tell, what to say at that moment, actually.
It's kind of gross. He had a runny nose, and he had a black runny nose. We'd go to sleep and windows are either shattered or they're not there, because they're even a higher risk if they're not shattered, because they could be flying pieces. And you go to sleep and wake up in the morning and you look around you and you lift your phone next to your head and there's a layer of black dust on your phone. There's a layer of black dust on your skin. When you blow your nose, Yousef's black runny nose, the floor, and then you'd clean everything. And this was early days in the war again. This is before October 13, where we had to leave north to south. And back then we would hear the bombings and there was no directionality. It was everywhere. I remember telling my brother at some point, I said, I feel like we're in a video game. This does not feel real. The mushroom clouds on the right side and left side of the roads, and you're trying to head to safety, and every 1 minute to 30 seconds, you hear an airstrike somewhere. Sometimes it's nearby, sometimes it's far away. They've bombed actual people as they're heading from north-south to South Gaza on that day. And many people died and injured as they're following instructions. So it was extremely chaotic. To add to the point that Wafaa was saying, is that you did not know where you were going. You didn't even, if you didn't hear from someone for a couple of hours, you started questioning if they're alive or not. I think as the days went on, we realized that, because that's what's happening. Wafaa said we're both from Jabalia. Literally today and the last 2 days, Jabalia is being carpet bombed. Blocks, my elementary school where I went is now on the ground too, and it's just hard to imagine. It's just hard to imagine.